Independent Coalition of American Women has the pleasure to present the Honorable Bainbridge Colby, former Secretary of State under President Wilson. Mr. Colby.
I want to say a few words to Democrats who feel that they have a higher duty in this election than to support a mere party name which has ceased to signify either democratic faith or government. The Roosevelt administration is not a democratic administration. It does not believe in democratic principles. It is a socialist party. Every pledge in the democratic platform on which it was elected has been broken. Its program has been frankly lifted from the socialist and communist platform. Had it not been for the patriotism of the Supreme Court, we would already have become a socialist state, regimented from Washington in our business and even in our daily lives. This would have been accomplished by the betrayal of the Democratic Party. And for this reason, Democrats to the number of millions are not supporting Mr. Roosevelt for re-election. They do not regard him as a Democrat, nor as the leader of the Democratic Party. And certainly after his rank betrayal of the Democratic Party in Minnesota, which he stabbed to death to get the votes of the radical communist aggregation called the Farmer Labor Party, and after his betrayal of the Democratic candidate for United States Senator in Nebraska, and after his effort to establish a radical socialist party in New York State to supersede the Democratic Party of that state, it is surprising that he should expect the support of Democrats. And yet he does, apparently. In this election, at least, he does. Hereafter, he hopes it will not be necessary to ask that support. The party, he reckons, will have died, but he will have survived. Now, we Democrats understand perfectly that the reasons impelling members of a political party to repudiate its leadership must be basic and all-controlling. We are not repudiating our party because of its honest mistakes. Of course, we are not pleased with its squandering, its economic ignorance, and its disastrous follies. But a party might be unfortunate or ill-advised, and yet its members would cling to it in defeat and even in discredit, because they would reason that it had at least tried to do right. But when a party turns upon its country, shows that it is false, hostile to democratic institutions, an enemy of the Constitution, willing to trick its own members and commit them to policies which the party has always abhorred, that raises a fundamental and all-controlling question. Then no man of good conscience and self-respect can continue to support the party or its nominees who have led it into such a betrayal of its principles. We Democrats believe the country is in grave peril, that individual liberty and democratic freedom are in danger. Now, when liberty is assailed, there can be no division between sound-hearted Americans. Devotion to party must give way when it conflicts with loyalty to country. Is it not clearly our duty, my friends, in such an hour of danger, to unite with all other loyal Americans, regardless of party, in the defense of our common country? There is but one answer to that question, at least for the great army of Democrats throughout the land who are Americans first and always. And let us be thankful that in such an hour as this, we have an alternative. We have an American candidate for president in Governor Landon. He is honest and truthful and brave, plain of speech and bearing, sane and reliable. He will save America. In this election, when it is a case of America against her enemies, I am for him. We loyal Democrats must be for him. We cannot fail our blessed country when she most needs her sons and calls out to them to come to her rescue and defense.